The entire second round, we've talking about that, last night's game in Tampa, the playoffs, and a whole lot more. Right here on In the Crease with Tommy C. What's going on, everybody? It's In the Crease, Tommy C. No, Dead on Dave's got something to do with the wifey, so he's leaving it up to me to hold it all down. Right after I do my little rant, you'd be more than welcome to call me at 718-395-7660 or add me to contacts. Shop from the point. Call in free. Sound real good. Jump in the crease. Mats Zuccarello out for the entire second round after taking a puck to the head. This leads me to believe, even though I'm not a doctor, that Zook probably will miss the next round as well. That is a pretty serious concussion. I mean, you have to guess it was a concussion. Everybody saw the injury. He must be suffering some of the more severe side effects if they're keeping him out. Very unusual injury. Not so much to get a puck to the head, but it just gives you the idea of the velocity it was to give a guy with a concussion when it hit him straight in the helmet. So Rangers not taking any chances, nor should they. But they do lose a spark plug that I think they need with their game of the Capitals. It would be nice to have an adjutant, somebody to agitate the other players, get them in the box. Now, the Rangers' power play has not been all that great. They probably would have took out Pittsburgh in 4 if it was. No, definitely. But the New York Rangers probably have bigger problems than just losing Mats Zuccarello. I don't find this to be a very good matchup, and I'm a fan. I'm worried. What can I tell you? I don't think it's a good matchup. I mean, if you really take a look at the New York Islanders defense after they got into a war with the Caps were able to keep them out of all the important areas to score, even though guys like Kyle Oposo and Jonathan Tavares played exceptionally well. So there's a big concern. If there's not much more to the Rangers game than speed. If you can contain that speed, which is not easy, that's why they won the league. They're the best team overall. But if you can contain that, they are beatable. Caps are playing with not only I wouldn't say a chip in their shoulder, but a little fire under their ass. And they're coming out to crush you. I got to be honest with the Islander fans. You lost your defense, but you lost them clean. They out-hit you. And that's one of the things I've been concerned about with the New York Rangers all year. Grit. I'm not saying they don't have heart. They don't have grit. The Islanders had grit, and they bashed them around. And then you also have to worry about a new and improved Olvi, a guy that's doing the back check and the going into the dangerous spots. And of course, there's that probably maybe the most accurate high velocity slap shot I've ever seen in my life. So the Rangers got their work cut out for them. Are they a better team on paper? Yes, but if you could be contained, defense wins championships. The only thing I would be a little concerned about if I was a Caps fan, I think Braden Holtby's play has been suspect. I think Caps fans will know that they weren't really comfortable with some of the stuff that went through his legs. Now, he's just coming off the flu, and he still was able to beat the Islanders, who I think were Stanley Cup contenders. It's not a St. Louis Blues situation. It was just a horrible team to draw. This year, where you finished up, made a difference, a big difference. And it's used to be make the dance, make the dance, make the dance. And that's all it's ever been. 718-395-7660. Let's talk about last night's game. Let's talk about tonight's game. Let's do it all for you and yours. I'll be taking your calls. When I'm done getting the calls, I'll close shop, say goodnight, and you can enjoy your second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs tonight. So give me a ring. Make it sing. Alrighty. What do you got here? Mike Babcock, mum on the future, according to Puck Daddy, on his future to Detroit. Don't expect Babcock to be there. He's smart enough to get out when it's time to get out. Been there a long time. He's won a lot of championships, but I am a big believer when you have the same voice in the locker room for a certain amount of time, even a coach as great as Mike Babcock, even a coach is great, that voice gets a little old. Mazarek, am I saying his name correctly? Mazarek? That is probably the best thing that came out of the series for the Detroit Red Wings. This kid played well last night. That was a spectacular hockey game last night. Bolton Winks. Low scoring, but never boring. High speed, high hitting, perfectly played defense. Wings goalie played well. Bishop got it done. He made all the big saves. Should be very, very happy. And how about this? Really, the game-winning goal by Braden Coburn. You hear strange names in the playoffs. Wasn't Steve Stamkos. Wasn't Tyler Johnson. Braden Coburn, defenseman, not a guy out there to score goals, puts a little bit of a knuckleball on net, gets it by Mazarek. Am I saying that right? Somebody come on here and correct me. Manze. To me, that's the best thing that came out of this series for Detroit. I'm a little surprised they got by. But in the end, you've got to wonder, and I think it was the right call. I wanted to defend him at first. Is Cronwall being out? I think it was a botched hit, but they're going pretty much for zero tolerance policy. This is Cronwall's first suspension. He has made clean hit after clean hit. He disagreed with the suspension. See, what happened was he went to turn his back with his trademark patented hit, and he did leave the ground for a second, if you look closely. And by turning his back, he mistimed it. And I think he hit Nikita Kucherov, KHL Kucherov, in the head with his arm. That was the pointed impact, but he certainly wasn't targeted. I think he should have got off with a warning. I honestly think he should. With his record and his amount of time in the league and the type of game that he plays, one of the cleanest, hardest games in the league, Nicholas Cronwall, I think it was a damn shame that that beautiful record would be shattered by such a physical presence. And that not being there, all right, it's a 2-0 game, one empty net goal. Maybe it's overtime if Cronwall's there. Wings defense managed to completely shut down Stamkos. Is Stamkos called? Or is, I don't know, that defense worth something? I don't know. I'm not really terribly sure what happened there. Jermaine Dion, you're on the air, brother.
Hey, Tommy, how are you today?
Yeah, pretty good. What do you got for me?
Well, I read all the stuff since the Tampa Bay has qualified to face us tomorrow, and we're scared. We are very scared.
Why? You beat them every single time this season. All
no,
5 times you beat them.
quite contrary.
Oh, wait a minute. That's right. No, they beat you 5 times this season.
Yeah. We beat us.
That's right.
Last
the
year,
other way around.
5-0. But I don't know, man. I don't know. But you know what? It's reassuring to see Detroit has found a solution. So, I mean, we can find a solution. I don't know. Price is going to change everything.
I think you're going to crush them. I think there's no reason that series should have went 5 games. The only problem you guys seem to have is when other teams can sort of skate with you. And Tampa can skate with you. I think I'd worry more about this young kid, Taylor. That's probably the joker in the deck because you probably didn't seen enough of him, is this Tyler Johnson. This guy is like Theo Fleury with Datsu cans. I mean, he is dangerous. He's very, very fast. Wow. If you can deal with him and Stamkos saves called, I think you're going to run over them. If you let them skate with you and the defense can't put them in the zones where they can't score, sort of like Tampa Bay the Wings did at times. No, I think you're going to beat them. I think that regular season stuff you can throw it right out the window. So,
yeah, of course.
They were not dominant in this series. You just
exactly.
waxed. You just
that's my
waxed
point,
your
yeah.
opponent. Well, sort of. You let them off the hook a little at the end there. But for the most part, you crushed Ottawa.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be terribly worried. You got a well-rested team right now. They haven't played since Sunday.
If Stamkos stay, silenced like he was against Detroit, and Price goal like.
And that's another thing.
Yeah.
You got King Carey in there. And
Big
he's
time.
going to win the Vezina. He's going to win the MVP. That's hands down, lights out.
Yeah.
And I don't think you have a hell of a lot to worry about. I think you're going to do well. But like I said, if you allow them on you, you're going to have some trouble. There's no doubt. But I do. I think Tampa Bay disappointed me a little in the last round. I don't think that should have went 7. I don't think that Red Wings team was all that good or even firing on all cylinders. So I
think it's going to finish in 6.
I'm thinking I'm probably going to go 6, yeah.
Yeah.
Considering that I wouldn't say Tampa's going to give up. They got a nice team. Don't worry. I mean, the team's stacked.
Yeah.
But I think you might have a better coach team, and I think they're a little more on a mission. You guys, but you can't go cold, and you can't allow these guys to skate all over the place. And I think that's pretty much it. But
no. And I think your Rangers going to win against the Capitals.
I hope so. But if they can't deal with the hit parade that's coming, and it's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's coming in spades. It's coming right to the Garden, to a chest, a shoulder, or some glass near you. They have to deal with that, and of course they have to contain. Which, by the way, McDonough does have Ovi's number, but Ovi's not just about scoring anymore. He's covering all the zones. So that's the way I think it's going to go.
You have a better defense all around. I think. Still.
Oh, well, that's the one thing. I think we have a lot of speed, and we also have what's the remnants of the Tortorella defense and the Tortorella way of looking at defense, and that still has lasted. Even though they went to from a man-on-man, I think some of those principles were kept by guys, especially guys like Tortorella, or I'm sorry, guys like McDonough, that such a big part of his growth in the National Hockey League. All right, I'm gonna move on. Take some other calls, brother.
Yep.
Take care. Thank you, Jermaine. Thank you for calling, brother. Sorry, Dead on Dave's not here. Hey, you know what I'm going to do now? A lot of people asking if I got the game as far as picks. I'm going to read off all the picks I got right now. And I got Mackie Poos right here. Hold on, I'm going to read them off in a minute. Let me put them all in the round 2. If you don't got them in, get them in now. And I'm going to read them out. I'll probably send an email right after this. So I got 2 more picks. Okay, here we go. In order. Mackie Poo, Jake. Who's this guy? Joey. Last name starts with an N. Got your picks. Benjamin. I think that's our resident Calgary Flames fan. Got your picks. KJ. KJ, got your picks. Did I get your first round picks, KJ? Hold on. I don't remember you. Yes, I got your first and second. I don't have the... it's coming this weekend, but you will have your standings. I think I got 8 points. What do I got? Yeah, hold on. No, I lived in the kitchen. I think I got 8 points, which is not a bad start. KJ, Dead on Dave, Reed, R-E-I-D, Reed, not R-E-I-D, Reed, as in the boy's name, men's name. Bardo. I think I know what that is. Yeah, that's Frank from Staten Island. Debbie, got your picks. Got Little Estido's picks. Got Benoit Claudieu's picks. Oh, shit. I said your last name. Fuck. Damn it. I'm sorry. I just read it off of here. I shouldn't have done that. Frenchie Banner. Fuck. I'm sorry. Now I'm mad at myself. I'm going to have a lousy show. Okay. And I can say his name because he's public with it. Jason Johnson. I'm really sorry, Frenchie Ben. I shouldn't have done that. Fuck. I just read it and it came to me. Is he out there? Are you mad at me? I got to check with him. Are you mad? I can't. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. You guys trust me, and I fucked up. I just wasn't thinking I was ready. You know what? I'm going to get a delay button on this thing. I think that's the only thing I can do. Oh, good. I'm really sorry. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look into getting the delay button. It'll drop the broadcast for like 30 seconds, and it won't be like it picked up. So I apologize. So I'll read those off again because it looks like Frankenstein Island just got in here. Yes, I got your picks. I'll read those picks again thus far. Like I said, if you're not in by puck drop tonight, you're done. Mackie Poo, Jake Link, and his wife, Joey N. I got the Joey N right, and then I blew that. Benjamin, I think you know who you are, a Calgary Flames fan. I think you go by your last name on KJ, Dead on Dave, Reed. I got Frankenstein Islands picks, Debbie, Little Estito, Frenchie Ben, and Jason Johnson. I got all your picks. If you haven't got them in yet, I don't know, maybe that's all of them. I haven't got them in yet. Puck drop tonight. Your stuff gets time stamped, and I know what time zone you're in. Just get them in because that's the only way to do it fair. So far, we've had a great response, and the game has went really, really, really well. What else? I got to give a big shout out to rapper Real Talk Legacy. I'm not getting paid for this. I just really dig his stuff, and he puts a lot of comments. He doesn't usually join us live, but Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah, you are now on our Friends of the Show list. We had a little chat today on Twitter. I love this man's work, and I like the fact that he gives a lot of positive feedback. What I'm doing, so it's a nice little pat in the back, but appreciate it. And I think I might even finish up with one of his tunes at the end of the show. I'm going to do a video for him like I did for Dr. Deke and what have you. But I don't know how much he needs it because he's got a decent amount of subs on YouTube. Please make sure you go sub at Retalk Legacy. It's the finest hip-hop around. Not a lot of bling, not a lot of showing off, a lot of it's straight up old school hip-hop like I like it. I don't know if that's your bag, but it's definitely mine. But give him, he's a shot. He's definitely a point man of the bone. He's been with us for a few months now, always letting his voice heard. And if you know, I've done some video compilations with hip-hop, and because I really enjoy that. What else I got? Let's see. Check this story out. Tampa police say Lena Shinstinsta, I'm sure I'm getting that wrong, allegedly lit a large Tampa Bay Lightning flag on fire during a final game against the Detroit Red Wings and passed it around the crowd at Amelia Arena. Shinstinsta is from Sterling Heights, about 30 minutes outside Detroit. Police said there were approximately 200 people under the flag at the time of the offense. The flag was only slightly burned. They brought her in for arson. I don't know if there's like levels of arson or what have you, but you got to be out of your mind. That's funny. I mean, it's not funny she did it. It's funny she got caught because she more than deserved it. More than deserve it. 718-395-7660. 718-395-7660. Add the contacts and give me a call at Shot from the Point. And what else I got? Bradcock, big. I'm covering everything. We'll do a quick shot. We'll do a quick shout on Shot from the Point website. Of course, Jonathan Tavares, Carey Price, and Alexander Ovechkin named for the Hart Trophy. Expect Price. The media has been pumping sunshine up this guy's ass, and me and Dave were talking about it this morning. There's nobody else you can give it to. There's nobody else. There's nobody else you can give it to. You wanna check out a jerk? I got a jerk for you. Check this out. Check this jerk out. This kind of stuff is always amusing to me. I am one of the few guys I know in the military without a tattoo. Check that out. My man gets a 2000. Maybe that's Jeff. You ever think of that? That's the Huff. 2015 Stanley Cup champion tattoo. Did he lose a bet and he have to get one? I know they're going to do it. They're going to do it this year. What's the story? In case you blinked a minute, the St. Louis plans were eliminated. Whew. How about that? Unbelievable, as we say. Pat in South Jersey, you're on the air. What you got for me?
What's going on, Tommy?
Not a thing. What dealio?
Hello, I am John Stevens. I am now in the running for the Flyers head coach.
John Stevens. Which one? Which one's he? Where's he
He was
from?
the former coach, the one that got fired before Laviolette came in.
He got fired before Laviolette came. They're going to bring him back?
Yeah. He's got the worst personality in the world. He's just like a robot. Giroux has an upper body injury.
God. Sound like...
He's worse than Dallas Aikens.
Sounds like absolutely no fun at all.
Unfortunately, Tommy, I have a feeling that the ratings for tonight's games are going to be down.
Why is that?
Because, first round of the NFL draft tonight.
Well, you know what? I don't care.
I know you don't care.
No, I don't. There's two things that I don't care about that a lot of hockey fans. I don't care about players' salaries. In the sense that I don't care about what they make. I mean, I care about the Rangers being under the cap or being able to sign as many players. They could make $1 billion a game. I could care less. It doesn't bother me. And I only care about ratings unless I think the league's going to close down. And since that's not going to happen, I don't care. I don't care about the ratings. I care that they have a TV contract. That's about it.
That's true.
And I know that one game won't affect that. And I'm pretty sure. I was talking with this guy, Real Talk Legacy, and we were talking a little bit, and he was saying like, "Yo, I want to be like the one black guy that's into hockey." And I told him we have a lot of minorities in the chat, and people that have reached out to me, and I think this goes for both black guys and white guys to a certain extent, because I got this too, because my parents weren't hockey fans. Oh, what are you doing that sport for? That sport's fucked up. And I think if you're black, you get shit from white guys because they're like, hey, what do you think you are? And then I think you get it from your own friends at school, your other black friends at school, and they're like, yo, you want to play the white guys game? What the fuck's the matter with you? And no, I do. I think if you come from like a football family and you're white, everybody sticks their nose up at you. And I think if you're black, you have the snarky white guys that are douchebags that won't like let you ask a question, and then you got your black friends that are fucking just. Hey man, we want to hang out with him for, that's what I think happens.
I'm not knocking any of the other sports, but you actually have to have some skill to play the game.
Well, I don't think there's a sport, a professional sport in the world that you don't need some kind of skill. I mean,
did you happen to catch the OHL playoffs the other night between I guess it was the OHL playoffs with Connor McJesus against?
Is he in the final? Because I don't get
No, they're
any.
in the Western Conference Finals.
They're in the West. So Connor, the Erie Otters are in the Western Conference Final.
Yeah.
Final.
That was those two teams do not like each other.
The juniors are rough, huh? I wish there was some kind of package like NHL package, and I would get it. Do you know that the AHL?
You don't have the NHL net.
I have NHL Game Center. That means I only get like, I just get NHL Game Center. That's it. I just get the games.
They don't get you. They don't offer the NHL Network in Germany.
No, not at all.
Really?
It's not that popular.
Huh.
It's popular in southern Germany, like Black Forest, which by the way, that's where Daniel Steinberg comes from, and I think Uwe Krupp as well, or you guys know him as Uwe Krupp. I think he's from there. And it's getting more popular in Austria, which is basically connected to Bavaria, and a little bit in Switzerland too. That's it. And it's like, you got to understand, there's no like third sport over here. There's just football or soccer. That's it. Everything else is just a weird thing to do with your time,
Yeah.
It would be like me, look. You're into football, basketball, hockey, whatever. It would be like I'm your best friend and I play highlight on the weekends. That's how weird it would be if you played hockey over here. Just to give you an idea. You play highlight. What's that?
What is that?
That's it's growing in Central Europe. I'm not saying it's not, but it's just other sport. You know how the NHL thinks they could or wants to compete with the NBA, maybe beats them in a ratings war here or there. There's just no chance of that. They couldn't beat a third league team on television. The DEL, the Deutsche Elite Liga. Couldn't beat.
I know that, but you figure, with the niche group of fans out there that love both sports of football and basketball and hockey, most of us are going to tend to watch the draft. But I'll be flipping back and forth between that.
Yeah, because you're hardcore.
Rangers.
You're hardcore. See, I'm the other way. I don't like any other sports. I mean, it's not. No, it's not. I just don't find them as entertaining. So I feel like I'm just like shortchanging myself. If I'm watching anything other than hockey. there's a soccer game on in the bar, there's a football game on the bar, I'll watch it, I'll comment on it, I'll get into it. But as far as like being into sport, checking the stats, it's just me. That's just my thing. Everything else bores me.
I got one more point before I get off of here. I wanted to bring this up to you a couple of shows ago when Vancouver got popped. Is it time for the Sedin twins to get split up?
I made a video right after the playoffs last year. It was half a goof with Jake. It was called Split Up the Twins. I don't know if you want to go check it out. It was kind of a goof. It's like this with the Twins, and I'll be honest. It doesn't do you much good to split them up when they're still very productive players. But you have to ask yourself, if you don't do something over there different, you're still going to get the same result, first and second round exits. They had one run to the Stanley Cup final, and the Bruins took them apart, and that team is long gone. That team's been like torn apart. So they're also in their 30s. But, I mean, unless you could bring another impact player in here,
yeah,
what bigger impact are you going to have? Can you do better than Daniel and Henrik Sedin? What's the point? You know, so they're kind of like damned if they do or damned if they don't in Vancouver.
True.
But I mean, there's a part of me like if you watch the video, it's kind of a goof. Split up the Twins. Hashtag split up the Twins. Everybody hashtag split up the Twins. First of all, they're beloved over there. It's not their fault that they lose. You know, and you never really can look to the Sedins and say they fucked that series up. I think you can look to the Crosbys more. It's just I believe that they have a very soft, how do I put it? I believe they have a very soft culture in that locker room.
I think so.
I don't even think it has anything to do with the coach, because I don't think Alain Vigneault's soft. I think he's different.
And I think to turn that around.
I think any coach knows that goes in there knows he can't put his foot in somebody's ass.
Yeah.
And it's not a shock that Alain Vigneault went to New York and did fine and got respect. Because from what I understand, what Vigneault does, he doesn't yell at you. You just end up not putting a uniform on.
That's how Berube was with LeCavalier this year.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a problem with that. And LeCavalier seems like
I don't have a problem with that either. I don't have a problem with the coach saying
the coach. You got to go with the coach's move.
Perform, you don't get the ice time.
LeCavalier was used to having his ass kissed in Tampa, and he doesn't realize it's over. I think it's over for him.
That's why I liked Mike Keenan. Mike Keenan was like that.
He was great. But the problem
Mike Keenan was also one of those guys that, you know, like you ever had the tube of toothpaste where it's not that much left, but you squeeze the tube of toothpaste and you get all that out of it. Mike Keenan was like that with players.
Here's the problem with Mike Keenan. He's so emotional. He does crazy things in high pressure times. The rumor is in 1994, Mike Keenan basically had a meltdown and stopped coaching the team after Game 6 Stanley Cup Final. It just Messier coach. That's it. Now it's never been proven, but from when he just kind of went into a 1,000-mile stare.
But there was something about him that he could get guys to perform like what he did in '87 with us.
He did.
We had nothing but a bunch of muckers and
when
gamers,
he panicked,
and we took arguably one of the greatest hockey teams to 7 games.
I like Mike Keenan because nobody's bigger than another guy. I mean, he will sit the star down. He'll come to a locker room and tell him, you need to trade the best player on the team because he's a problem. He will say that. He will fall through in it. The problem with Mike Keenan is he's very emotional, and when he gets very emotional, he makes horrible decisions. And he really loses.
He made a right
he just
decision.
won the KHL championship last year. He was throwing he was trying to get at a referee. You know what I'm saying? All right. I got my man calling in. But I like Mike Keenan, too. Always love what he did for New York. But I got to get going. All right, brother?
Rangers win 5-2 tonight.
Rangers win 5-2. I hope you're right. It's going to be a tough series.
So
I got
too.
news for you. The real talk. What's happening, man?
C.
Oh, I've been looking. We had a little chat this morning. I've been really looking forward to talking to you. And you can check this cat out. I put you right on my Friends of the Show page. You have been really, really supportive. And not to mention the fact, and I'm not getting any money. Make sure you confirm I'm not getting any money. You're not flipping me a dime. I really love your work, by the way.
He's not. You've been. Man, I gotta tell you now, you're fucking awesome, bro.
No, you're fucking awesome.
You're fucking awesome, man.
You're making a living making rhymes. That's fucking awesome. You're like my hero. Do you have any idea how much work? You have any idea how much work I put into guitar when I was like 13? I'm not gonna rock and roll. No, it just never happened. But you got it done, and I respect that. Give you a little background. I hope you have a problem. Is Real Talk, otherwise known as the Metaphor Messiah, which, by the way, my favorite hockey player was named Marc Messier, which means Messiah in French.
Marc Messier. Yeah, I know a little bit of hockey.
You got in there. We'll talk some hockey in a minute, but I got to put you over first, man.
All right.
I got to put you over first. What was I talking about? I'm so excited to have you on. I just fucking lost my. I just lost my.
I'm excited to be on. I'll be honest. I was up all morning like writing rhymes, and I'm like, I stopped and like, whoa, I got to get on the show.
Oh, there you go. You write rhymes all morning. But just to get, you got a job in Vegas. I guess you're a performer. You're a Vegas performer, if I'm not mistaken. Correct?
Yeah, exactly. I just signed a performance deal with Caesar's Palace Entertainment.
Are you kidding?
About a year ago. And I just moved down to Vegas from Chicago.
So how long you been in Vegas now?
I've been in Vegas for like almost a year and a half.
You loving it? You're living the life.
Amazing.
Huh?
I'm be honest. I'm looking all right now.
Dead on Dave is from Chicago, but he grew up and went to high school.
Yeah, I know. That's how I heard of you, to be honest. I was listening to Dead on Dave's show.
Oh, get out.
He was from Chicago, and then he went to Vegas. I was like, ooh, I like this guy.
Yeah. He actually ended up graduating high school from Chicago, and then he bounced to the Army because he thought that was a good idea. And then when he was in basic training, 9/11 happened.
Oh, man.
Yeah. That was something. Well, see, like I went in conscious. He went in there. I was like, well, I'll do this for a year or two. It sounds cool, you know.
Man, that must have been, man, I don't know, man. I got to give it to you guys, man. I remember when that happened. I was like sophomore in high school, and I just remember like, man, well, I'd be super scared to go over there.
You know what? I'm a witness. I actually, because I live right across the way. I talked about it once or twice. I don't want to get too emotional or anything. I actually, I saw the smoke, and it was like two ghosts in your backyard. When I went to school every day, you saw, and I was out of school at that point, but when you took the bus, you saw the World Trade Center right off of Route 9, and it was just, it's like growing up in Chicago and seeing the Sears Tower. You just know it's always going to be there. If you can imagine, imagine Rush Street just not being there anymore. So I got to be honest with you. It took me a few years, but the anger outweighs the fear, and that's really it's not even a question like who's gonna say they're not scared, but you get so angry that you just the fear becomes very secondary, and that's the only way you can do it. And plus, like when you get an Army life, nobody talks about dying and shit. They talk about partying, they talk about training hard, they talk about, and then it just gets. All the other kind of fear gets lost until you actually get deployed. So, I didn't even think about it all that much. And, Dave got hurt. I mean, he saw some combat as well. I went to the water slide army. I got very lucky, I'll be honest with you. Mine was German girls and water slides. That's what I did. But Dave,
that doesn't sound really bad.
Dave wasn't so lucky. Hey, listen, you're on. You're getting into hockey. I take any hockey question. I'm no elitist douchebag. What do you got in your mind? Let's talk some puck. I'll take anything, and you know how I handle this normally. So if you listened before,
yeah, I know you don't watch every video, but I'm loving the Hawks right now. How can't you? We could have lost that series, and they pulled it out.
They're more than likely going to beat Minnesota. It's just that goalie. It's that goalie. This guy.
They got a goalie. Man, that goalie's out of this world.
Here's the problem, and I don't know how long you've been watching. You can win the Stanley Cup with a team if your goalie's good. I've seen it happen before. We just had Pat in South Jersey call. His team damn near did it. I want to say in 88, 89, they went to the Stanley Cup final. They actually gave the MVP to the losing goalie, Ron Hextall. So, I mean, you can, and they barely lost. I went to Game 7. I can't remember who beat. It might have been Edmonton, actually. Yeah, I think it might have been Edmonton in the mid-'80s. So, I mean, a good goalie can make up, basically it makes up for all your mistakes. So,
and I've been looking up like the older hockey, because I started watching hockey when the Blackhawks won the first one, I think 2010. Mm-hmm. That's not really
you started getting into it then. Well, you know what it is, I think. There's been so few championships in Chicago for a long time now. And, the traditional teams to like is like, obviously the Bulls, who haven't been good since Jordan left. Although there's some hope with Jalen Rose. I love Jalen Rose. So Dave's got me into him. I love that kid. I hope he just stays off of the injury list. That's the problem.
Yeah, he won't.
The Bears have had good seasons, but they just seem to just not make it in the playoffs. Here you got these kids. It's the classic hockey team. You got two of the best players in the game. You got Jonathan Toews, the best leader in the game that I've seen since Mark Messier. Oh, and then Patrick Kane, who I
love Patty Kane.
He's just a magician. He's a magician, and he's mature now. He's not acting like a kid no more. He's real focused. He's the consummate professional, and he has a real close relationship with the captain. And then there's times that he does things that I don't even think's possible. I mean, it's really awesome.
That kid's amazing.
Well, what else you got? Because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to close it out, but I am actually going to, instead of going out with my normal, I'm going to go out with one of your songs. I want to go out with Trayvon's Legacy is beyond what I want to do. Does that sound good to you?
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got this queued ready because you said you were going to give me a call. I want everybody to listen. I want everybody to go check your stuff out. This guy, he is not some schlub off the street. He's not some guy like, hey, I'm a rapper. This guy's a professional. People give him money to perform. So, I mean, what I'm playing you is first-class stuff. And you also have your new tracks, Shakespeare, correct?
Yeah, Shakespeare, which is that's probably my favorite video I've ever done.
Do you think that's your best stuff? You know what I like about you? It's like you kind of remind me. I don't like to know if you like being compared to other rappers, but I like a guy from actually Minnesota, Atmosphere, the band Atmosphere.
I like Atmosphere a lot.
So do you really? Because it's like it's not like you're afraid to flex, but there's not a lot of bling. You're not showing off. You're just rapping what comes to mind. And the guy.
Yeah, because to me that's not what it's about. I think a lot of people get that misconstrued. A lot of rappers do that's what it's about. But to me, like I tell people, and I just said it in my song, hip hop's a way of life, man. I mean, it's just like rock or anybody else. It's like a way of life, and I'm trying to explain, my take on the world, basically.
Yeah, but there's so much look. I like party. I like dance music. I like party stuff. But I mean, sometimes I just like kind of old school, stories. The way people feel. I like all that stuff, and I mean, I don't connect with people that make a lot of money. So I don't connect with people that, have chicks, half dressed and dancing by a pool. You know why? Because that shit never happened to me,
Exactly.
I wish it did.
How can you feel what you don't know?
And I'm not saying I'm jealous. I'm just saying it never happened to me. I don't know. Yeah.
That shit never really happened to me. Maybe
well, you're in Vegas now. Things are changing, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I know. It
hasn't happened before.
If I could pick your brain. Look, I know a little bit. When I came to this country, right? I was like, things weren't going too good in the ladies' apartment. When you're strange and you're different, or in my case, had a uniform, and then it would find a little about me that I could play guitar and do a little bit of music, it makes you so interesting. Like, chicks weren't spitting on me if I was full of petrol flames to do me the favor, right? And all of a sudden, you come to another country. I'm sure it's the same thing about going to Vegas. All of a sudden, you're an interesting fucking guy,
It's crazy. It's crazy. And, I'm the type of person, because I love rock. I love classic rock.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I walk into a club when I'm getting ready to perform, and they're like, I got my headphones on, and they're like, what you listen to? I'm like, Nirvana. They're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, well, I would listen to other stuff too. I would just kind of I would just kind of get really excited and just bounce around like that. Hey, listen. I gotta go. I gotta let you go because I gotta put this to bed. And I really, really wish. I mean, look, I know not everybody's into hip hop, but this guy's a real pro and he's a decent guy and he's getting into hockey. Call back if you just want to talk puck, bro. Anytime, anytime. I would appreciate it.
Yeah. Dude, I'll be honest, I'm a huge fan of yours.
I'm a huge fan of yours because I think we're on the same page when it comes to life stuff for the most part. Maybe not our politics, but definitely the way we look at things. Especially when it comes to like entertainment.
Not on politics, bro.
No, probably not on politics. But look, but I respect your opinion. I'm gonna play one of your more political tracks, and I'm gonna play.
By the way, tell Dave the Cubs suck, and it always will.
Oh, the Cubs? Fucking, you're a White Sox guy?
I'm a White Sox fan.
Uh-oh, I'm going to tell Dead on Dave, bro. I'm going to tell Dead on Dave. All right, man. You take care of yourself, man.
Take it easy. All right, Tommy. I'll call you later.
All right. That's the real talk. Davis, please check him out on my site. Please. He's just we're definitely exactly. We've got probably got no political stuff in common, but we definitely have we're talking today about, I don't know, doing good stuff, getting motivated, getting out there. Definitely thing. So tonight in the National Hockey League, of course, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we got the Washington Redskins versus the New York Rangers. 10 p.m. late night game. Calgary Flames Ducks. We didn't really talk about that series too much. I think the road is over for the Flames. I think it's done. Ducks waxed their last team in 4. Unless they're a little rusty, I think this is the end of the road for the Flames. But it's been a very good road. As far as the New York Rangers go, I don't even know what my pick is. I can't even go that far. Let me check one last time if I got your picks. Any new ones came in? No, I did not get the new ones. I'll read the ones I have for the last time. I got Mackie Poo, Jake Lincoln, his wife, Joey, Benjamin, KJ, Dead on Dave, Reed, Little Listido, Frankenstein Island, Deb, Benoit, and Jason Johnson. So I got all of them. That's the way I think about it. Thanks for listening. Please go out and sub my boy. I would very much appreciate this, and I really hope you would listen to this right now. This is Trayvon's Legacy by Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah. I would really appreciate you check this out, because this guy can really, really do it. Thank you very much. Been in the crease, Tommy C. Like, sub, and share. See you around, kids.
We make other countries bow down and preach until our principles. To them we just a number unless you making them decimals. Question mean dynasty, scared of choosing variety. The president conspiring, installing all of society. Raised off the ism, you never lived in Chicago War. They don't even try concealing racism anymore. Is it a black thing, white thing, obvious? But it go deeper to the rich and anonymous. A guilty man innocent, I stand in astonishment. You only get the calls if you LBJ dominant. Or your money right, they watch us from them satellites. Visions of the Holy Grail, Zimmerman of burning hell. My girl blind, she wear glasses at night, but she the first one to say, baby, we I ain't the nigga to preach, I'm just reciting what I see every day on TV. Give a fuck about the people killing, he's a hero, Karma said every night. I ain't the nigga to preach, I'm just reciting what I see every day on TV. Give a fuck about the people killing, he's a hero, Karma said every night.
I don't think when a man is being criminally treated, that some criminal has the right to tell that man what tactics to use to get the criminal off his back. When a criminal starts misusing me, I am going to use whatever is necessary to get that criminal off my back. Don't blame a cracker in Georgia for your injustices. The government is responsible
we get
for
high
the
off the spliff, intensify with the Cuervo. Lie, cheat, and steal, the soul of Eddie Guerrero. Politicians love to confuse us, make us say fuck it. I'm supposed to be Huey, the world full of Uncle Ruckus. My gram said you hate it now, well in his day, the conversation of separation ignored, man. Well, this the new world, strapped with a new girl, crushed on my old beef, ready for some new quarrels. These dirty pigs, they look for ways to provoke ya. I recommend you make amends with my holster. Natural born leader, my circumstances Mandela. Smoking on that green, I'm setting fire to Zelda. The revolution upon us, which is the thesis. A selfish bitch ain't worth shit to Jesus. My chick blind, she wear glasses at night, but she the first one to say,
Red.